enabling educators with the latest in teaching materials and resources for courses involving AI, data science, accelerated computing, and robotics. My name is Joe Bungo, Deep Learning Institute Program Manager for Higher Education at NVIDIA. Today I'm joined by my colleague Andy Cook, a Senior Manager, also part of NVIDIA's DLI organization, who will be helping out answering your questions. First, I'll cover NVIDIA's Deep Learning Institute, also known as DLI, and then we'll discuss in detail two specific programs under DLI supporting educators in academia, including some new program benefits launched just this year. And finally, we'll leave you with some information on how you can join these programs as an educator. What is the Deep Learning Institute? DLI is NVIDIA's hands-on technical training organization designed to help developers, scientists, students, and researchers solve real-world problems with AI, data science, and accelerated computing. DLI delivers training in two formats, instructor-led and online self-paced. Both formats use DLI's online training platform, accessing GPU-accelerated servers in the cloud. Full-day DLI courses offer certificates of competency based on assessments. Although it's called Deep Learning Institute, DLI covers all training areas at NVIDIA, including subjects such as general-purpose GPU acceleration using CUDA, for example. You also see DLI courses designated as fundamentals or as an AI industry-specific course in healthcare, anomaly detection, or video analytics, for example. As mentioned, there are two formats for DLI training. Instructor-led workshops are live courses delivered by a DLI certified instructor. These days, most DLI instructor-led workshops are being delivered virtually, including the DLI workshops being delivered today as part of GTC. Here you can see what a typical agenda with breaks looks like, as well as the benefits of taking live DLI training. Online self-paced training allows students to access training content anytime, anywhere, and with any machine with a reliable internet connection. DLI's most popular workshops are offered as both instructor-led and online self-paced. Full-day online self-paced courses also offer the same certificate of competency as their instructor-led counterpart. Here's a quick glance at a sample instructor-led workshop covering accelerated data science with the open source Rapids framework. Here you can see how we break the 6 to 8 hour course up into sections. This course is also available as an online self-paced course free for you and your students through our educator programs I'll be discussing soon. While structured online courses and instructor-led workshops are the main offerings from DLI, we also have two special programs specifically for college and university educators. The Teaching Kits program provides educators access to download free, multi-semester packages of teaching materials in source format. Our DLI University Ambassador program is a separate but complementary program, providing educators opportunities to earn instructor certification to teach DLI instructor-led workshops free for students in academia. First, let's talk about the DLI Teaching Kit program. Teaching kits are freely downloadable packages of source-level materials such as lecture slides, lecture videos, hands-on programming labs and solutions, and Q&A problem sets. Enough content to teach at least a full semester course. The kits also come bundled with free GPU cloud credits for students to work on the labs, as well as free access to all of DLI's online self-paced courses for you and your students. NVIDIA co-develops teaching kits with academic partners to combine the latest industry trends, GPU architectures, and applications with the fundamental theory and pedagogy from academia. Teaching kits are only available directly to instructors, professors, and in some cases, teaching assistants. If you're a student, we ask you to ask your instructors to make a teaching kit request on the website. We offer different teaching kits for different course types, as well as teaching kit update releases that include new features and content. We'll talk a little bit more about each of the four kits available today, but I also want to mention that we have new teaching kits coming in the areas of deep learning for science and engineering, as well as a kit we hope to release later in the year covering graphics and simulation using NVIDIA's Omniverse platform. The first kit we'll take a closer look at is the Accelerated Computing Teaching Kit, which NVIDIA co-developed with Professor Wenmei Hu, one of the early pioneers in parallel computing education. Much of the content is tightly coupled with the most popular textbook on GPU computing, and a free electronic copy is included in the kit. The kit also includes a ton of lecture slides, lecture videos, and hands-on programming labs and solutions ready for classroom use. Here you can see how the modular content of this kit is organized, allowing educators to use as little or as much of the content in their courses. CUDA architecture and programming models are covered, as well as parallel patterns and algorithms, case studies, and other related programming models in addition to CUDA-C. This teaching kit is in its third major release and probably contains over 2 semesters worth of content. The Deep Learning Teaching Kit, sometimes also referred to as the DLI Teaching Kit, is co-developed with Professor Jan LeCun at New York University. The content is largely based on his courses at NYU, which weigh heavy on the mathematics and theory behind deep learning algorithms. The standard labs have students explore the fundamental concepts and algorithms behind training deep neural networks in a very open-ended style. Some optional assessment rubrics are also suggested in the kit, one of which is a competition-style rubric using Kaggle, a popular website for hosting data science competitions. We think the theoretical approach to this teaching kit pairs very well with the hands-on, application-focused online DLI courses and certifications, and educators get all of this in one package. The sample lab solutions for this kit are developed in the PyTorch and Torch computing frameworks. Of course, as an instructor, you have the option to have your students work with other frameworks as well. Like every teaching kit, the Deep Learning Teaching Kit is organized into modules, and you can see some of the module topics here, starting introductory, then covering some more advanced topics in unsupervised learning, GANs, optimization techniques, recurrent neural networks, natural language processing, and more. Co-developed with Professor Polo Chow and his team at Georgia Tech and Professor Zishuang Dong and his team at Prairie View A&M University, the Accelerated Data Science Teaching Kit covers fundamental and advanced topics in data collection and preprocessing, the Rapids Computing Framework, distributed computing, machine learning, and graph analytics. The content also covers some diversity topics such as bias and fairness in data sets, as well as challenges and important yet sometimes hidden figures in computer science from minority groups. The Edge AI and Robotics Teaching Kit is the latest in the series of available kits and is co-developed with Ajit Jokar and his team from the University of Oxford and Patty De La Fuente and her team from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. This kit includes lecture slides and hands-on labs centered around edge AI computing, Internet of Things, intelligent video analytics, and autonomous robotics, all centered around NVIDIA's Jetson Nano embedded development platform, the JetBot robot build, and the latest ROS robotic operating system. The first subset of modules was released last fall, and we plan to release the remaining modules next month, covering reinforcement learning and conversational AI. In addition to the Teaching Kits program, I also wanted to dive into a second program under DLI to support university educators called the DLI University Ambassador Program. Here we certify qualified academics to teach formal instructor-led DLI workshops free for university students and staff. In many ways, DLI ambassadors are considered educators who work the closest with NVIDIA on curriculum integration, since they're usually using teaching it content and teaching DLI workshops. Again, note these two programs complement each other well and do not have dependencies on each other. As mentioned, the DLI University Ambassador Program certifies qualified instructors and academics to teach formal instructor-led DLI workshops free of charge for university students and staff. DLI ambassadors are a large subset of all DLI certified instructors, but with additional benefits. Attendees of ambassador workshops can be from the ambassador's own university or any other academic institution. Note this instructor certification is much different and more rigorous than the student certificates of competency I've mentioned previously. The process for instructor certification for a given workshop includes completing the course and student assessments online, completing additional instructor assessments online, completing a short online training on how to deliver with the DLI platform, and finally completing a short one-on-one interview with a DLI master instructor. This is the same process for all DLI instructor candidates, including NVIDIA's own instructors. Also note that the DLI Certified Instructor Program is not a true train-the-trainer program. Candidates who apply are expected to already have relevant research or project work experience in certain areas of expertise, depending on which workshops are being applied for. These qualifications are all linked from the application form. So why become a DLI University Ambassador? We see most candidates are motivated by the educational value of the hands-on, application-focused training content for their students and academic communities. Many ambassadors even leverage DLI workshops for conference tutorial and workshop submissions. DLI enables all of this training free under the Ambassador Program. Normally, DLI charges per attendee for instructor-led workshops. Ambassadors also find it valuable that the content is ready-made and plugged into an easy-to-use platform leveraging GPU-accelerated servers in the cloud. We also see DLI instructor certification enhancing resumes and helping with career advancement. We even waive the regular $1,000 instructor certification fee for ambassadors. DLI also reimburses ambassadors for workshop expenses, such as catering and even travel costs for workshops outside their own university. For virtual workshops, DLI can also reimburse licensing fees for industry standard virtual meeting platforms. Ambassadors also have the opportunity to purchase DLI workshops at a discount and resell and deliver the workshop for financial profit to industry customers. This is particularly interesting for ambassadors who may already be associated with other training organizations. I'm also very pleased to announce some brand new ambassador benefits that started just this year. Ambassadors now have access to unique workshop-specific instructor certificates to share online to prove certification credentials for career growth and development. Another brand new benefit is the opportunity to earn instructor specializations. An instructor specialization is achieved and recognized when an ambassador certifies as an instructor in a series of 3 related workshops. In many ways, these specializations recognize the pinnacle of an ambassador's expertise. And last but not least, one of the most impactful new benefits is ambassador tiering and tier-based incentives. Similar to the airline frequent flyer programs, ambassadors have the opportunity to earn a recognized tier status based on their delivery activity in a calendar year. Based on that tier status, ambassadors are then eligible for further benefits, from being listed in a public official directory of DLI certified instructors to financial awards of up to $1,500 a year. To date, DLI has certified hundreds of ambassadors across hundreds of universities worldwide. And here's just a small sampling of universities where we have ambassadors. Thanks so much for attending this GTC session on the DLI Teaching Kits and University Ambassador programs. I hope you and your fellow educators can make good use of these programs. Here are the links to access these programs if you have not already. If you have any questions, we'll stick around here for a little longer. And you can also email us at any time at nvdli at nvidia.com.